Mike Tyson is one of the greatest boxers in history. He was a knockout machine, and his fighting style was built for destruction, combining lightning-fast hands, explosive power, and incredible head movement. In this video, we'll break down exactly what made Tyson so dangerous. Tyson's speed was unreal for a heavyweight. Most big fighters are powerful, but they're not fast. Tyson had both. His punches exploded like a gunshot, landing before his opponents could even react. His combinations were fast, powerful, and unpredictable. He broke his opponents down with non-stop pressure and perfectly timed punches. Tyson never backed up. He was always moving forward, cutting off the ring, and trapping his opponents. He fought like a wrecking ball, closing the distance fast and making his opponents panic. Mike Tyson was a slugger, swarmer, and an aggressive counterpuncher all at the same time. His combination of speed, power, head movement, and relentless pressure made him one of the most feared fighters in boxing history. Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest boxers to ever live. Every move he made, every punch he threw, had purpose and precision. In this video, we'll dive deep into what made Ali so extraordinary. From his dazzling footwork to his amazing defense, we will break down the skills that made him truly unstoppable. Let's start with Ali's footwork. He was a skilled outboxer. Ali moved like no heavyweight before him. His feet seemed to glide across the canvas, light and fast, as if he were dancing. This wasn't just for show, it was a weapon. His movement allowed him to stay out of reach while setting up his punches. He controlled the pace of every fight, making opponents miss and leaving them frustrated. Picture this: Ali bouncing on his toes, moving side to side, never staying still. His footwork gave him angles to land punches while avoiding danger. He wasn't just a fighter, he was an artist. Floyd Mayweather is one of the most skilled boxers in history. His defense, movement, and counterpunching made him nearly impossible to hit. In this video, we'll take a look at what made him so dangerous. Let's get into it. People think Mayweather only moved backward, but when he wanted to, he could walk opponents down. He applied smart pressure, staying right in front of his opponent without taking damage. He used a high guard, sharp reflexes, and perfect positioning to make his opponent uncomfortable. His ability to cut off the ring, control the pace, and force mistakes was a big part of his success. Sugar Ray Leonard was one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. Known for his speed, power, and incredible skill, he could do it all in the ring. Today, we'll break down what made him so special. Let's get into it. Leonard's combination punching was one of his most exciting traits. He didn't just throw one or two punches, he unleashed quick, fluid combinations that overwhelmed his opponents. He mixed up his combinations very well. His opponents never knew what was coming next. His hands were so fast that by the time his opponent reacted to the first punch, the second and third had already landed. Every punch was aimed perfectly, finding the openings in his opponent's defense. Leonard's power came from his speed and technique. He had a sharp right hand and a powerful hook that could stop opponents in their tracks. His ability to mix speed and power made him dangerous at all times. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker was one of the most skilled boxers in history. Known for his incredible defense, lightning-fast reflexes, and pinpoint accuracy, Whitaker was a true legend in the ring. In this video, we'll break down his high-level skills, techniques, and the moments that left fans amazed. Let's dive into what made Pernell Whitaker a boxing legend. Pernell Whitaker's defense was unbelievable. Imagine trying to hit someone who's standing right in front of you, but you miss every time. That's what it felt like to fight Whitaker. He had incredible reflexes. If a punch was coming at him, he would move his head just enough to make it miss. He stayed close to his opponents and made them miss over and over again. His defense wasn't just about avoiding punches, it was about controlling the fight. When his opponents missed, they got frustrated. When they got frustrated, they made mistakes. And Whitaker always took advantage of those mistakes. Whitaker wasn't just hard to hit, he was also dangerous when you missed. Canelo Alvarez is one of the most complete boxers in the sport today. He's got power, precision, defense, and incredible movement. Whether he's coming forward, slipping punches, or setting up the perfect knockout, Canelo does it all. In this video, we're breaking down what makes him so dangerous inside the ring. Canelo doesn't just rely on single shots. He throws punches in bunches, keeping his opponents guessing. His combinations are fast, powerful, and unpredictable. Once he gets in a rhythm, it's almost impossible to stop him. He can fight going forward or backward, pick his shots perfectly, and throw combinations that overwhelm his opponents. James Toney was one of the most skilled boxers in history. Known for his slick moves and incredible punching ability, Toney brought a unique style to the ring. In this video, we're diving into what made him so special. Let's get started. Every punch Toney threw was aimed perfectly, hitting the right spot at the right time. His power came from timing and technique. He didn't rely on raw strength. He knew how to throw punches with perfect form, which made them more powerful. Plus, his precision broke opponents down, making it easier to finish them later in the fight. James Toney was a master of combinations. He knew how to pick his shots and find openings while throwing his combos. He mixed punches to the head and body, making it hard for his opponents to defend. He kept his opponents guessing. His combinations weren't just fast, they were unpredictable. This made him one of the most exciting fighters to watch. Prince Nassim is one of the greatest boxers in history. Every time he steps into the ring, you know something special is about to happen. His skills and technique make him a nightmare for anyone who stands in front of him. Let's break down what makes him so dangerous. When his punches land, they feel it. His punches are extremely accurate. He knows exactly where to place his shots to do the most damage. Whenever he connects, it's usually bad news for his opponent. He knows how to put his punches together. One shot leads to the next, and before his opponent can react, he's already landed his combination. His combos are fast, sharp, and deadly. He's not the type to sit back and wait. He comes forward. He cuts off the ring, force his opponent to the ropes, and make them fight at his pace. His opponents can't handle his non-stop pressure. He keeps his opponent on the back foot, breaking them down little by little. Once he has them where he wants them, it's all over. Terry Norris was a fighter who had it all: speed, power, skill, and relentless pressure. He wasn't just a knockout artist. He was a technician who could overwhelm opponents with lightning-fast combinations, pinpoint precision, and great movement. In this video, we're breaking down what made Norris so dangerous. Let's get into it. Norris' punches were sharp, accurate, and deadly. He had the ability to land clean shots in the perfect spots, making every punch count. His straight right hand was a laser, and his hooks was explosive. But what really made him special was how he picked his shots. He found openings and landed with precision. That's what made his knockouts so devastating. Norris was a great boxer puncher. He brought the fight to his opponents. He applied smart pressure, always moving forward but never reckless. His footwork allowed him to close the distance quickly, and once he was in range, he let his hands go. He didn't give opponents room to breathe. If they tried to escape, he cut off the ring and stayed right in their face. Nigel Benn was a powerhouse in the ring. He combined speed, power, and relentless aggression to overwhelm his opponents. Known as the Dark Destroyer, Ben showcased incredible precision, devastating combinations, and constant pressure that left fighters struggling to survive. Today, we'll dive into what made him so dangerous. Let's get started. Nigel Benn's punches were explosive. He threw every punch with full commitment, delivering incredible force that could change a fight in an instant. His power wasn't wild or uncontrolled, it was sharp and accurate. Ben had an ability to find openings in his opponent's defense with pinpoint precision. When Ben landed, it made an impact. His ability to combine raw power with accuracy made him one of the most dangerous fighters of his era. Ben's relentless approach defined his fighting style. From the opening bell, he charged forward, forcing his opponents to fight on his terms. His pressure fighting kept them on the back foot, unable to escape his attacks. Ben cut off the ring expertly, closing the distance and creating opportunities to unleash his powerful combinations. His pressure didn't just wear his opponents down physically, it broke them mentally, leaving them unable to mount a comeback. Nigel Benn excelled at throwing powerful combinations. Each punch flowed seamlessly into the next, creating a relentless barrage that left his opponents overwhelmed. He was a master at mixing his punches, going from one angle to another, keeping his opponents guessing. Ben's combinations weren't just about quantity, they were delivered with speed and power. He applied constant pressure with these rapid, varied attacks, making it nearly impossible for his opponents to find a rhythm or defend effectively. Nigel Benn's explosive power, precise combinations, and relentless pressure made him a true force in the ring. His ability to dominate opponents with skill and intensity earned him a reputation as one of the most exciting fighters in boxing history.